In a lot of these hood movies, you see these actors doing crazy things like killing people and selling drugs, but most of them were never really like that in real life, and were just good for the role. But there's a few actors out there who really did live that gang life, and Danny Trejo is one of them. Before Danny was the gangster that you now see on the big screen, he used to really be that guy in real life. Danny Trejo got introduced into the gang life very young, growing up in local part of Los Angeles with his uncle Gilbert. His uncle had him smoking weed at just 8 years old, then 4 years later, he started doing heroin at 12. He did his first armed robbery when he was 14 with a guy named Mark Cerno. Danny explains how he went into the store with a revolver, pointed at the lady, and demanded her to give him the money, but she only gave him $8. And when he told her to give him the rest, she started acting stupid, so him and Mark started laughing and just took off.
And the Chinese lady gave me, I think, $8 out of the cash register.
$8.
You know, and she put it down. And I said, no, give me that money. Because she always, all the 20s and 10s and stuff, they put in a cigar box. No, give me that one. She said, no, which one? I said, that one. I went like that. The gun. And so Mike started laughing. And I grabbed $8. I ran out. So we ran down Lakers.
He also robbed the liquor store with his uncle at the same age. So at a young age, when Danny would watch his uncle rob and come back with the money, it would catch his eyes to be just like him. He stated, I looked at these guys and that's what I wanted to be because of the money. So that's what I wanted to do. So growing up, he had been in and out of juvie, but the first time he went to prison is when he stabbed somebody. After he ended up getting into a fight, and he broke a bottle and stabbed the guy with it. While in prison, he would be on death row at one point after it was alleged that he threw a rock at a crowd and hit an officer, but ended up getting the charges dropped because they couldn't find any evidence on him. So it turns out Danny was really that crazy guy that we seen on Machete all along. Bill Hughley was another guy who really used to live that lifestyle as well. He grew up in South Central Los Angeles and joined the Bloods when he was a teen. Hughley has stated that his whole neighborhood was Bloods growing up, so he kind of just had to jump in. Nothing is known about his criminal life at the time, but we do know that he has been suspended from multiple schools because of fighting, and at one time was even forced to change schools because he was a Blood when he had just transferred from another school after he was waiting at the bus stop wearing all red, and a group of kids jumped the fence running at him. But he would end up leaving the Bloods after a close cousin of his was killed by them for being a Crip. Faison Love is another actor that was a part of the Bloods too. He joined the gang in San Diego and also joined because it was a part of his neighborhood growing up. As he said in an interview with Vlad TV, it's your set. It's where you eat Thanksgiving. You play football in the streets. You go to the dance, you fight. If you don't, then you know. But Asian wasn't on that savage side like a lot of other Bloods, because he also stated that he's not like the Bloods that go around shooting people and stuff, but he was still a part of the gang and had to fight if he had to. AJ Johnson grew up in Compton, California. Life was hard for AJ in Compton back in his days, like it was for everyone else. He even said, if you can make it out of Compton, you can make it anywhere. And that they would have drive-by shootings every night and that you had to watch your back at all times. He joined the Crips at age 16. On Vlad TV, he said that every day after school, the Crips will meet on one side and the Bloods will meet on the other side of the football field, and they would all meet in the middle and start fighting. He said that he would have to fight in the gang a lot, and he even got jumped one day by two Pyrus. AJ was also sad that they partied, but didn't suffer any life-threatening injuries.